A shakeup in the race for the White House today. Senator Lindsey Graham announcing he's suspending his presidential campaign today. Joining me now, one of the remaining GOP candidates, former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum. I shouldn't say one of the remaining. There's quite a few of you still remaining, Senator. Nice to have you on the program. What's your reaction to Senator Graham dropping out?
Well, I think Lindsey, in a sense, accomplished what he wanted to. I mean, Lindsey got into this race because he had some concerns about national security not being a focal point of the race, and he certainly talked a lot about it, as a few of us have. The events in Paris, the events in San Bernardino really brought that issue now as the #1 issue. So in some respects, the events have accomplished what Lindsey wanted to, which is to make sure that we had a candidate and a campaign that focused on this very, very important issue of keeping our country safe from terrorism.
I know you and Lindsey Graham have shared a similar debate stage, similar standing in the polls. And one of the things that he said in an interview today is that he didn't see a way to get onto the main stage with enough time to make a difference. Why do you feel differently for your campaign?
Well, I think, you know, Lindsey has never run before. I mean, I ran 4 years ago. We did a lot of hard work in the early primary states, and I think we have a lot better ground game. We have a lot better knowledge of how to make these things happen, and I think people have a little better understanding of my positions where I am. I think we're positioned, I feel actually pretty good right now. Should things shake up, and I believe they will shake up at the top, I think we have a good potential to benefit from it.
And when you say things shake up, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, you have the leading candidates right now, and they're soaring to very, very high levels. And I think if you look historically, soaring at those levels doesn't last very long. And so we'll wait and see how the fallout is as that changes.
One of the ways that Senator Lindsey Graham influenced the campaign is he really talked about putting boots on the ground in the Middle East again. And that's one of the things that has come up repeatedly over the last several weeks as we've really talked about solutions when it comes to the terrorist threat for our country. Where do you stand on that today? And what solution would you like to present to the American people to make us feel safe?
Well, we have to defeat the caliphate. We have to take this entity, ISIS, and delegitimize them in the world of Islam. Right now, they're successful in inspiring attacks around the world, and will inspire more because they are maintaining their territorial integrity. They're standing up to the United States, and they're maintaining their land. They're maintaining their state. That's why it's important for us to provide additional support in Iraq to the Kurds, particularly weapons, as well as some additional personnel and more personnel for the Iraqi Sunnis, so we can organize and begin to take back the territory within Iraq. I think that is the first priority. And if we can take back their land and show the Islamic world that this is not a legitimate caliphate and that they shouldn't have to follow these people, then the job becomes a little easier. It's not going to be an easy job, but it becomes an easier job for those in Syria who want to take back that land.
Just quickly, Senator Graham went as far as to say he would put thousands of boots on the ground. You say lend more support, perhaps more personnel, and the answer to our viewers. Do you see putting thousands more boots on the ground to take back the territory you say is important?
I think we're both referring to, he refers to as General Jack Keane, who's, I know, been on this program. He's someone who's laid out a plan. I look to someone who has that kind of experience and will look as president to that type of leadership. And 10,000 is the number that he's used. I think that sounds to me like a legitimate number. I do know that the Sunni Iraqis, unlike the Peshmerga, the Kurds, are in need of a lot more intensive help and need more boots on the ground than, say, the Kurds will. So I think that the concentration would be in the south where we need more help. But 10,000 is, again, we have about 3,500, 4,000 there now. So we're not talking about a huge number, but one that's going to be supportive enough of the Iraqi Sunnis so when they engage in the fight, they aren't going to turn around and run the other way. Senator
Santorum, nice to have you in the program. A little short because of breaking news, and you set us up very nicely because General Keane will be on our program in just a short moment. I look forward to having you back, Senator. Thank you very much.
Thank you.